We keep having conversations at work about whether that bank holiday is a bank holiday.
Which one? Because they moved one, right, for the king.
No, there's that one, the normal May Day, and then possibly the next one is also a bank holiday, even though it's happening on the Saturday.
What's happening on the Saturday?
The thing?
What thing? The coronation?
Yes, I couldn't think of that word. The crowning.
That's when you have a baby, love. Welcome to this week's episode of They're Not Even Real Housewives, though, podcast. Rosie and I have just been spending 10 minutes talking about how shit life is before we started discussing the podcast. So,
things that have gone wrong in our week. But we've done that.
Send in your... let's do a new segment. Let's hear people's ailments. Fully anonymous. Send us an email at not even real. I don't even know why email address is. Shit. Not even real. Are we asking people to
tell us what's wrong with them? What hurts?
Yeah, what hurts?
Would it not be more beneficial for people to tell us their tricks on how they manage to survive in the modern world? Okay,
yeah, let's do that. I want life hacks.
yeah.
When shit goes wrong, give me a life hack at notevenhousewivespodcast@gmail.com. I fully anonymous, unless you want us to say your name because you want a little shout out. That's fine. Just put it in the email. But I want to know how you survive bullshit everyday crap that happens to you. How do you dust yourself off and carry on? And how do you kind of just let it go? We were just talking about Frozen, so that feels like that's now stuck in my head. But give me your tips, because it's only March and I want to just...
Yeah, but it is March. I hate February. February is the absolute cunt of the year.
I don't mind February.
I hate February because I think you're all geared up to survive January, and then February is I'm just a tiny little short month, and it goes on forever.
But we're going to get snow again. Yeah, right. How do we deal with the ups and the downs of the weather?
Are we?
Yeah, we're getting snow next week. Monday.
Fuck that.
Yellow issue, warning issue, red, whatever the systems are.
White for snow.
Apparently not.
Okay, so what housewives gossip did you want to talk about?
All right, so let's talk about, before we get into the episodes, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what these streets are talking about. So first off, I think the highlight for me this week is that Mary M. Cosby has confirmed for season 4 of
So has she confirmed?
No, everybody else has, though. So apparently she's coming back as Meredith's friend.
Okay.
I'm okay with a friend of, because she's going to be in it. If we look at Adriana and Marisol, for example, and Kiki and Charisse from Potomac, those friend ofs are
that's more than we ever actually got out of Mary.
Absolutely.
I'm there for it.
Absolutely. And I think she'll bring more to the table because she doesn't have the pressure of having to host an event or, come out of her closet. People just go visit her at home.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see.
We can't go to a church now because the church is all closed down, right?
No, I think we should, I think that's a no-go.
Okay, cool.
I mean, there might be literal bodies in her house.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my God, she's just made mannequins out of the congregation.
What's that film when the man makes the suits out of people's skin? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a horror film.
Yeah, I do.
And he stitches them together.
Ed Gein. Was it Ed Gein who did that? In real life?
Oh, I don't know. That's out. I'm not.
Ed Gein was in a skin.
I think it's Ed Gein. I'm not cultured.
I think that's culture. But very excited to have Mary back.
So how do we feel, listeners, about Mary M. Cosby coming back? We know she's a racist piece of shit.
Yeah, we know she's a bad person.
We know that she's deplorable, but as a housewife, she brings it. And I feel like we are doing that thing where we make one rule for her and another rule for everybody else. And you know what? I'm not apologizing for it.
I mean, she's a woman of God. It's going to have some privilege.
Lord. Okay.
Then beautifully transitioning into the daughter of a pastor.
Oh, Miss Drew Sidora.
Filed for divorce.
And her husband filed 1 hour later.
Yeah, smart.
This is the thing. That's just testament to their marriage.
Yeah.
When they're competing over who gets to file for divorce first.
Yeah.
So she changed her petition as well, didn't she?
Has she?
She changed it to he was a serial cheater and abusive. So before it was just that irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable.
There we go. Differences, I think. And then she changed it to him being, I think after she see him done file as well, after an hour, she was like, yo, fuck this dude. And then she was like, I'm gonna do what really went down, because let's be honest, we saw emotional abusive behavior.
Oh, absolutely. He was such a manipulative fuck.
From when he said she don't deserve a steak dinner, she just deserves a Lunchable, I was like, I'm done. First of all, one of the best comedic moments of all time on Atlanta.
You're me.
I know, but like that's the level of like ridiculousness. When you disappeared to Florida for 3 days and don't tell your wife what you're doing.
Oh no, I mean literally everything that he's ever done. And like what I did love though, and I did post on Instagram, is I do wonder how that book will sell now.
Has it sold? Is it even released? Can people read it?
I think it's on pre-order.
They're gonna have to add a chapter.
Yeah. Stepdadding, but actually I don't see these kids at all.
Well, maybe he's still gonna be like, yo, I'm still a stand-up guy, even though I'm divorced.
Yeah, he's gonna say that, but he's not gonna do anything.
Prick.
Absolutely.
Absolute prick. But I'm gonna miss watching it. Now, are we gonna see the demise of their relationship in this season? Is it season 14?
I hope so.
Season 15?
I clocked myself there. I looked way too happy. Like, oh, someone's marriage is falling apart. But yeah, I think
let's be honest, some of the best moments of the last season was watching them try and go through therapy.
Oh god, them trying to have like a weired sexy dinner in a tailor's. It's like the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Ironically,
in my life.
she was wearing a dress that didn't fit
and
in a tailor's.
So it's just like the weirdest concoction of outfits and scenarios. It was like one of those. What's that game where you write a line and then you fold the paper over and you write a line?
Oh, I don't know, but I haven't played that game for years.
That's what that was like, though, wasn't it? Like this is how you got to this scenario.
Yes. Oh my. Yeah.
Then I've got another segue. In other legal action.
Oh no, he did not.
Michael Darby.
Yes.
Suing
old
this.
balls, ass grabbing, fucking prostitution frequenting dickhead. Yeah, sue me, Michael Darby. I fucking dare you. I said it.
Yeah, he's suing her for defamation of character. Like,
at what point? Okay,
fucker is holding his character in any regard.
Okay, so the exact reason why he's suing is because she claims he frequented male prostitutes for sex.
I think that's why people go to them. Yeah.
Well, I think it's the male prostitute part that's actually bothering him.
Yeah.
But where's the same heat for Robin when Robin said he wanted to suck one stick? Same thing. Maybe
it's the money. Maybe it's the combination of male and money exchanged.
No, I think
where his line is.
I think it's just the money. And also, do you not think it's suspicious that it's around about the same amount of money he owes on Ashley's house?
Oh no. Imagine if he wins and Candice has to pay for Ashley's house.
Oh my god, that gave me goosebumps. That is amazing. I mean, I don't want it to happen because I'm here for Candice, but
yeah, no, and I can't imagine anyone will let it happen.
That would be epic.
Wouldn't it be amazing?
Oh my days. Especially after the argument they just had on the reunion about not being financially stable on your own, and Ashley's just like, but now you can pay for my house.
But she can't. Yeah, I found that amazing that she was still coming for Candice about like her mum helping her out and paying for her, and she's still sitting there not paying for her own fucking house. What a dick.
Well, Michael clearly can't afford it. That's why he's suing.
Oh, I don't know. I have no concept of why he's suing.
I just feel like the behavior that you've displayed on the show previously can't be any worse than what they're saying, because they're just relaying what you've done. And like, he couldn't have lost that much business, like any more business than he's already lost.
He doesn't look like he's subtle, like he would be covering his tracks in the rest of his life, does it?
Oh, absolutely. He's probably had to pay out so many like what they called, is it hush money? Whenever like people have like suing him for inappropriate behavior in the workplace. And yeah.
Yeah, I imagine he's done some compensation.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And Erica Jane's skinny. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
But I feel like she's the type of bitch who's worked for it. I don't think she's taken any
Didn't she
kind
just
of weight
tell
loss
us how
drugs.
she like she told us how she just used to like take a shit ton of laxatives.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure that's work.
But it is. Have you taken laxatives and then been on the toilet all night? That's a lot of effort.
No. Okay.
That's exhausting.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just going from experience of when I've been constipated and taken one too many laxatives, and it's just gone the opposite way.
I don't know, but also I don't know what it's like to go to the gym, so I can't really speak to any of this.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's all go. I saw a picture of her and I didn't recognize who she was.
But she's back, and I'm here for it.
Where are we at there with their legal shit?
I don't know.
When the pictures of Tom going to court, it's awful.
I know, he should be in court, should he?
Because I was really like, this is a very convenient Alzheimer's, and then you're like, oh god, he's
old.
in a bad way. Yeah, he's in a bad way.
He's not okay.
No, but all the other people are involved, aren't they? The nephew and the son and all the people.
Yeah, because he kept it all in the family, right? Have you seen those pictures of Adrian Malouf?
God, what Ash Wednesday?
Ash Wednesday.
The fuck?
I thought someone had like done one of those drunk draw caricature versions.
She looked like one of those dolls, you know, that like
the LOL doll. She looks like an LOL.
I was like, Jesus Christ. What had happened?
That's what happens when you don't go to your ex-husband for facial surgery, because Paul Nassif would not have her looking like that. I'm just saying.
Maybe. I just thought she'd had a really bad turn at mass.
Yeah. That's what being a Catholic does to you. It physically drains you of all of the...
Takes collagen.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a very gothic look though, wasn't it? She had black lipstick on. I kept trying to imagine, I wonder what would have happened if I turned up to church with black lipstick on. I think someone would have had me by the ear.
Yeah. That wouldn't have been appropriate. Would not have been appropriate.
I can't rocking around in here dressed like a vampire.
No, absolutely not. Someone would be sat in you in front of a mirror just to check.
Dousing in the font.
Right, go stand in that sunlight real quick. See what happens. But yeah. All right, so let's get into it. So
Potomac part 2.
Part 2 of the Potomac reunion. Giselle.
So Giselle didn't want to talk, and yet Andy called her out. He said, didn't he, we are talking about it.
Yeah, let's talk about this later. No. So who knew she had a sister?
Yeah, no. We don't know anything about her.
This is really bizarre that we don't know anything about her, and Robin is making statements like everything that's going on in your life should be on the show.
Oh, Robin, mate.
Between the pair of them, I'm like, are we really?
Robin, who thinks that we don't, Robin, who didn't show us everything that was going on in her life, and in fact put it behind a paywall on her podcast, thinks that everything should be on and viewed.
Yeah.
Like, can you hear yourself? This is the same woman who doesn't think we should be in hotel rooms with married men.
I can't. Like,
know your fucking household, love.
I really feel like Robin needs to be fired.
Yeah.
Just for like breach of contract or something.
Yeah.
Like demoted to a friend of, I don't know.
I feel like if Giselle's, if that was her real conversation with her kids, and also that stuff about like how I feel like she really did her kids badly on that. If I was having surgery and there was any chance that it could take any amount of time longer than, you know, like having a tooth pulled, I'd have prepared my kids. I'd been like, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. There's a chance I'm going to have to stay in. Like the fact that she was like, oh yeah, I'll see you in an hour, and left them to fucking panic for like 12 hours is like shitty on her part. That is not mum behavior.
No, but this is also the woman who goes on a reality TV show and shows zero reality. Like, she's not aware of anything.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
No, I agree. Yeah. So my mum's had like surgeries before that have gone wrong.
Yeah.
But I've always had, you know, the understanding and the knowledge that, you know, it's, you can't expect surgeries to go well. Like, you have to be prepared.
Yeah, you have to be prepared for the scenarios.
Yeah.
And a hysterectomy is a big operation.
Oh, did she have a hysterectomy though if you still have your ovaries?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
having your womb taken out is a big operation. That is like, you
huge,
know,
but
yeah.
I'm just asking for the definition. I'm not distracting from the fact that it's a massive operation.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think to be like, I'll definitely be home tonight.
Yeah.
Just seems reckless in preparing your kids for that. You should have given them the possibility.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially because they are little. Like, they're not adults.
Well, one's 18, no?
I know, but like, they've got quite a sheltered life, haven't they? They need...
Yeah, us at 18 is not the same as them at 18.
They need to be like... She was causing unnecessary trauma, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
I did think...
Go on.
I was going to say, I need to look up... Is it Jason? I don't know what this boy looks like.
Oh my, he's fine.
Okay, I'm going to look him up.
Do you know what the best part about him is?
What?
He cooks.
Oh, great. We love a boy who can cook. What's his surname?
I don't know. Just put Jason Winterhouse.
Winterhouse. It's a great surname.
It's not. He's in the show Winterhouse.
But I like it as a surname. Oh, yeah, he's pretty, isn't he?
He is pretty. He's very sweet, though. Like, Giselle would eat him alive. So you need to watch Summer House and Winter House, actually. I think that
I have so many things.
It would really annoy you. Do Winter House. Do Winter House because it's a smaller amount of seasons. But the history of Winter House comes from Summer House. But, you know, like, you're throwing stuff at the TV. It's so frustrating.
Okay, good. But it's he's very pretty. I can see the appeal.
He cooks, he cleans, he tidies up. He's a gentleman.
Oh, he sounds great.
I'm
not entirely sure what he sees in her.
No, she's in
TV.
Yeah, I mean, if you going through his dating history,
do you not learn?
No, he really doesn't. But Giselle's a step up looks wise.
Okay, well, good for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
And they bonded. Oh no, they prepped. What was it she said?
Yeah, he prepped her.
Yeah.
Whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Oh
so
God.
She said that she was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She said that Chris wasn't inappropriate, but that she was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's her like line in the sand, right?
Yes.
And Wendy was like, but you're uncomfortable when men do normal things.
Well,
which I think is true.
And I think this is what the whole situation here is. Ashley and Giselle are so hard done by men. Men do them so wrong.
Yeah.
On every level, on every element. Because I don't even think Giselle's dad was a stand-up guy when it came to her mum.
I don't know.
So I don't think they have like a great track record. And obviously Ashley never grew up with a proper father figure or how a man's supposed to do stuff, except for Uncle Lump.
Yeah.
And I think they just have such a warped sense of what supposed to happen. I just think, it's really upsetting that this is the baseline level that they expect from every man.
Yeah, that they're just because it's something of like, but if just being in a room with humans makes you uncomfortable, that's something you need to work on.
Yeah, that's a you problem. That's not an us problem.
Like, how are men supposed to know if you're one of the people who's terrified of men, or like and I appreciate, like, you know, the responsibility on how men behave in society is on men, but there's a point where you have to go, oh, everyone else is quite normal.
But when you two have been friends, you've been in his house, he's cooked you food, you joke around with him, everything is like Candice said when it first came out, the man who would literally lay his coat over a puddle so you could walk on it, you're now telling me he made you feel that uncomfortable. Like, calm now.
And well, Wendy spoke a lot of truth in this, I thought. She was saying it's like a pattern, isn't it? She was saying it's just a pattern on like attacking the husbands as like a bit of fodder.
But I mean, like Candice said, you could have spoke on your dwindling uterus, but you chose not to. You chose to destroy a family. So we'll try to destroy a family, because I don't think Candice and Chris are going anywhere, which I love. But I think Candice should move to Atlanta.
Maybe. Yes.
I think she's more ready for Atlanta drama.
His accent works there, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. They won't have deers in the garden, but
well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that that's true. I just think it's hot there. Too hot for deers, I'd have thought, but what do I know? There was a couple of instances where like I did think Candice was wrong.
Not when she told Mia to shut up, because that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
When she was talking about how she wasn't talking about everybody when she got like when she did her like Instagram rant and Robin had the speaker. Yeah. She was like, but I wasn't talking about anybody, and then Robin was talking about how she was referring to businesses.
Yeah. And
I thought, well then, who are you? You're not talking about Ashley. It's not businesses, are you?
It's not a broad spectrum, is it?
Yeah.
It's
because who has businesses here? You're not talking about Ashley and Giselle. Because they ain't got no business.
Well, Giselle says she has a business. I don't know if she actually has one. The makeup line.
No one's ever seen that.
No. But I mean, it was a thing for like a season.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's like an ongoing thing. Whereas the hats and the candles. Yeah. I feel like they're things.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a bit shit. And also she talked to like she said that she wanted people to come to her privately to talk about things, but then she also accused other people that she also said to other people that like you can't do things privately, it has to be on the show, and that everything should be on the show. I'm like, well, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, well, you come to me in private if it's about me, but if it's like shit about you, I'm going to do it on TV.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, she did do that, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, but I kind of liked Andy pushing it a little bit with Giselle.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that as well.
I thought we might get more Wendy, but then I also thought, have we had any Wendy, really?
Well, the whole situation when Wendy was explaining how she felt about being physically assaulted by Mia and how she was...
Do you think she was assaulted?
I think assault is a very strong word.
It's a bit of a reach, isn't it?
I think she threw a drink. It didn't even really hit her.
It didn't really hit her.
But at the same time...
And then she like wafted a napkin at her.
Wafted her napkin. Oh, Lord. But I do think... I was trying to make a serious point now.
Sorry.
I'm not focused. But I do think the way Wendy explained the feelings of how the women reacted and the situations of how things happened was really powerful. And I thought that needed to be said for them to understand what it was that she felt. But I think when Robin was trying to explain her side of things and they rolled the tape, I don't think it gave her the
help Robin,
that she
did it?
thought.
No.
Yeah, it didn't quite land the way she wanted it to land. It was kind of like, okay. But at the same time, I still understand Robin's point. Wendy was going on and on and on and on. And it's like, you've seen how she reacts. I'm not saying how she reacts is correct.
It's okay, but she is consistent in how she reacts.
Yeah,
if you don't want that reaction, don't do that.
Shut the fuck up.
Walk away, just leave. Like, go and take someone with you and bitch about her, fine. But if you're here and you keep getting at her,
she's going to punch you in the face and it's going to get the reaction. Fight.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I am very into the line, "You're fucking for lobsters."
Okay, so I wanted to tweet this, but I didn't because I was scared. I'm just going to put this out here, ladies. I didn't want to tweet it, but I'm going to say it to thousands of people on the podcast. I fuck for lobster every date night, and I'm not ashamed of it. My husband knows if he buys a lobster on date night, he's getting some. 100% guaranteed. Might not even leave might not even leave the restaurant before it starts. Just saying. And I'm proud of it. I'm with Mia on that one. I fuck for lobster. Yes.
Yeah, Mia seemed absolutely fine with it. She was like,
I love Mia. I love Mia so much. I don't.
I thought Mia came out of it, like, particularly when we get to the Jacqueline of it all. I think she came out of it really well.
Except for the fact when she accused Wendy of sleeping with Peter. Come on now. And then she
yeah. That was a bit, yeah.
And then she's gone back on Twitter and Instagram.
But Wendy said that she fucked men. I was like, that's the old 2 lies don't make a truth game, isn't it? I did feel like, and then suddenly Karen was getting blamed for the whole thing, and she was like, the fuck?
And then they were like,
not me.
Why are you? And then they had the cheek to say to her, why are you even talking about this? She was like, because you brought my name into it. Like,
because everybody's fucked, plus we're all fucking talking about this.
Yes. Yeah, Karen's not really in it, is she? Is she going to come back for the next season? Because she's not really been... She's been attacked this season, and then she wasn't really... It's the Karen takedown season.
Yeah, and the live show wasn't really what we wanted, was it? Like, wasn't her, like, glorious moment.
Okay, so if we were walking down the street and we saw Charisse and Karen, who would you want to take a picture with first?
Karen.
Right?
Yeah.
Same.
I just think I don't like it when she tries to get too haughty.
Yeah, she needs to understand where she came from.
Yeah. And like just be a bit more like, I want her to be a bit more maternal, I think.
But
she's too invested in being like, she doesn't want to appear old, does she?
No, she's happy.
I want her to do that. I want her to like host and do all that.
And show them how it's supposed to be done. Yeah. I want season 1 Karen, when she was trying to teach people etiquette and she was trying to do all that
because that's funny.
And the bad wigs. And, you know, I miss all of that, Karen.
What about to talk about makeup?
Okay.
Why is Robin wearing pink fucking eyeshadow? I don't get it.
With a blue dress. I don't know.
Robin annoys me so consistently with how she manages to fuck up how beautiful she is. It's just like so rude.
It's so rude. It's disrespectful to the work that science and God have done for you.
I just feel like if I was starting off from that plane, I would rule the world.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we see Jacqueline come in and she is getting her makeup done while she has a fucking full polo neck on.
Yeah, how's she getting that off? I did think that. And which makeup artist didn't think to take that off?
Yeah. I just...
Yeah.
But then is it Jacqueline, or then do we have the colourism chat?
We have the colourism chat, but before that they bring up Deborah.
Oh, yeah.
And Andy was like, how did you feel whenever you saw the footage and it didn't have anything remotely similar to what she said? And then she was like, well, it was unfortunate.
Fuck off, Ashley.
What was it? She said that Deborah claims that
it was editing.
The editing doesn't
and their
match
lips,
up.
Their lips don't move with the words.
And I mean, what's production saying behind the camera about that? Because they swiftly moved on from that conversation.
Like, yeah, sure, we're that invested. Like, why would production not play Chris and Eddie? Why would they come to their defense?
I don't know. I really don't know.
There would be no reason to. There's no reason for them to lie.
Absolutely. None whatsoever.
I like the idea that there's going to be a conspiracy theory that, like, Chris Bassett's like a ventriloquist. Like, he can make his mouth say, like, his lips are saying something and another noise is coming out.
That's his side hustle. That's what he does on the weekends.
Him and Eddie in a double act.
So Happy Eddie's changed his Twitter handle to Happy Eddie, and he said like marijuana line coming soon. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but that's fucking genius. If you can brand a cannabis plant Happy Eddie and sell that under that's just
I
one
hope
way.
He gives like 5% to Deborah.
No, Deborah doesn't even deserve the scraps of shit from the bottom of the bud. No.
That's brilliant.
But yes, I don't know if that's true or not, or he just did that as a joke, but either way I'm here for it. But yeah, then we have the colorism chat, which based on the amount of colorism conversations that happen online and what we see on the show, the 35 seconds that we got wasn't enough. But I respect what Andy had to say.
What, in terms of saying it wasn't his place to talk on it?
Yeah, like I can't go into it. I can't even thing. And I have to say, the moment Ashley started speaking, my vagina closed.
Yeah,
my
your
hands
hackles
started
go up.
I started to get sweaty palms. Like I just felt uncomfortable. And the fact that she landed the plane eventually.
She did.
It wasn't great.
She acknowledged her privilege in the end.
Yeah, and it wasn't great, but she landed the plane. But my thing for me was, why is it when Wendy and Candice were trying to explain their thought process, all of the light-skinned women were trying to find a different excuse as to why these things were happening?
I think Karen was.
No, Karen wasn't. Karen was the only one.
But Giselle and Ashley and Robin and Mia did.
All said were like, well, it's just because we don't like them.
Yeah.
Because
they didn't acknowledge the kind of systematic problem.
And this is what Karen was saying, wasn't it? Regardless of how you feel about them, is how they feel about the situation, and it's how the fans and the audience respond. Like, you need to acknowledge it. And I think that
and how someone and that you're not, even though you're judging someone on a personal level, that judgment is not unaffected by the societal input.
Absolutely.
You're not coming at someone with a neutral slate, and the world is not coming at someone with a neutral slate. We're not all on a level playing field. So that is not a good enough excuse, is it? I like that Mia said that they all had work to do.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice final reply.
But I think as well, it's really important the way that the girls kind of called Giselle and everyone else to task and was like, you do realize that your daughters are dark skin.
Yeah.
So,
and that's how you have to get people to change, isn't it? By hitting them in the personal.
So regardless of how you feel about this whole situation right now, you have to understand that this same shit's going to happen to your daughters.
Yeah.
And you have to, I don't know. I just thought it was, I understand the message they were trying to put out, but I don't think it was given enough weight considering how much impact it's had on the audience and the fans and everything else. Like, I still don't believe that the situation, if Mia had thrown a drink at someone else, like Robin, for example, and Robin would have jumped, because Robin would have beat the crap out of her, let's be clear. Would it have been the same reaction to Robin as it has been to Wendy?
No, I don't think
probably
so.
Not. And Robin probably would have got physical.
But also just the fact that it's like seen as a much higher fall from grace from both Candice and Wendy if they do as well. But that's because they've had, it's no coincidence that they're more extraordinary as the darker skinned women, surely.
And also as well, with all due respect, they're way more accomplished. They're
exactly,
better
but of course they are.
And I think they're better looking than a lot of them. And I don't understand why this thing even exists in there. There's a hierarchy in this cast. Them two reign supreme by far in my eyes. Not just because of dark skin, just because of who they are.
But they reign supreme, that's going to be a thing, isn't it? More successful, darker skinned women are going to have to be better, aren't they? The fact that the dark skinned women we see are going to be more accomplished, are going to be more articulate, are going to be more of everything because they've had to get over so many other hurdles. Yeah. Even to be accepted onto a cast of black women.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like another step, isn't it, all the time?
Atlanta don't have this problem because they're all dark skinned.
Yeah.
Kenya faced issues because she has natural hair, and I say natural in quotes. That bitch don't have natural hair.
I feel like, and I wonder, I would really like to have seen how the conversation with production approaching the women went, because I wonder how controlled it was, that because I would have thought Wendy would have wanted to say more, but then I wonder if someone said, the thing is, you come across very lectury, and is that really helping?
Yeah.
But I do feel like there could have been a lot more of a debate, couldn't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Like if but maybe it was just too, like, is a reunion too heightened of a scenario to actually not get into personal slanging matches?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think it's the right forum. I think they have to have a separate sit down, maybe with each of the women individually, and then have a joint conversation at the end. Because, like you say,
or maybe across Bravo, wouldn't it be interesting to see?
Yes, because
like
they did
the
that
Atlanta
thing.
ladies see what the Miami ladies think.
Because they did that thing, didn't they? When George Floyd died, they did that special. And everyone's in lockdown and stuff, and they had all the different people from Bravo come together to talk about race and all the rest of it. We had like Bronwyn was on it, for fuck's sake, because you know how she found the Black Lives Movement. Jesus. But we had all of that. Huh?
Because it was well hidden.
You know, she lives in the OC bubble. She didn't know. She was just living her best life with her 7 kids and her alcoholism. It wasn't until she found being a lesbian and she opened her eyes to a whole new world of pussy and black people.
She was suddenly in the minority.
Yeah, right? Funny how that works, isn't it? But yeah, so they did that thing and I thought it was quite interesting. So they could do something like that again to talk about the colorism situation across Bravo or the racism within Bravo.
Yeah, but I think it would be interesting to see production as well in that.
Yeah, because I'm assuming the people that work in Atlanta, the people that work on Potomac, the people that work on certain shows are people of color, just because of the geography would state that they are.
I don't know how TV works in America, but I would be surprised if everybody's white.
Yeah, but I can't imagine the OC having many black people in production.
No, I can't.
Unless they're bringing them from a different franchise.
I was going to say, I could very much imagine that people are shipped in everywhere. So that you're not necessarily from wherever you're from, wherever you're working.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
I would like to see all of those conversations, though. I'd like to see how it all works at a higher kind of at a decision level. I would like to know who's actually making the decisions to say, well, this has become an issue. We need to talk about colorism. We need to talk about race. We need to talk to the cast. I'd like to, whoever that person is, I would like to hear their other thoughts.
Yeah. True. That'd be interesting because I really don't think Andy Cohen gives a fuck.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he knows it's not his place, but I don't think it affects him.
No, I don't think it's something that he even thinks about. He's just like, people are people.
Oh, yeah, no.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's interested in if they're black, white, pink, yellow, orange. Like, he's just like, people are people.
But that's like a happy privilege, isn't it? And also, like, all of his, like, minorityness is
still based around white people.
Yeah, he's very passable.
Yeah, so unless he
could walk down the street and no one will know he's gay and Jewish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So he gets to kind of opt in and out, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shall we move on to Jacqueline?
She came to play, honey. She came to play.
Why did she not say hello to Auntie? Or any fucker?
No. Maybe she wasn't allowed to, or they cut it out. I don't know. I don't know.
Rude, isn't it? He was like, hi.
But I think how'd you come back from this? Like, you can't come back from this as a friendship.
No, you've got to move, man. So I also thought, and I didn't know if it was editing, when you looked at all the clips, I was like, no, she seems like a prick. Yeah,
because when
at the time I was like,
reunion,
oh, Mia.
I was like, Mia, yes, same thing. And now I'm like, wait, hold tight.
Actually, I'm not sure if Mia's done anything wrong.
Well, I think Mia still did everything wrong, but I feel like she was retaliating. I think it was a reaction rather than a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Provocation.
Yes, that's it. Absolutely. Yeah, I think Mia was I think Mia brought her in.
Yeah, and I think then
she was going to be the subservient friend.
Yeah, and then she treated her a bit shitly, but she
really treated her. Yeah, love that. Sorry, that was unnecessarily rude on my part. Yeah, and then
Jacqueline just sort of like exploded.
She went full housewife.
She did. She went full fucking housewife.
She watched the show. She did her homework. She phoned Tamra Judge and she was like,
I'm going to get the word peasant in.
How do I come back from being shat on in my first 2 episodes, and Tamara was like, you just need to call her out on all of her shit.
Yeah, tell her she treat you like a peasant. Tell her she's unhinged.
Yeah, then she phoned Kenya, and then she was like, then how do I make it dramatic? And Kenya was like, well, you can't twirl because that's my thing, but you can do like everything else. Oh,
tell everyone that you gave her your sister.
Sister feel about being spoken about like this? Because let's be clear, the sister is the nanny.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you be like, say her name was Cindy, let's just use a random name. So it'd be like, Cindy, who watches my kids. Like, if she's like family, would you be calling her your nanny like that on TV? Like, so dismissive like that on TV? Like, we're sharing nannies, we're just passing nannies about. Nannies are just doing stuff. Yeah, I do.
Like literally a paragraph after we've talked about slavery.
I didn't even put that
just
together.
Talking about giving black women to people. It's like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Nobody came off great, but Mia definitely won. And Mia didn't say anything. Like no. she didn't say anything against the family. She said that Jacqueline's family were amazing.
Yeah.
And like I thought that was she was prepared.
Oh.
And yeah, I thought I don't need to see any more of this.
No, I'm done. But I really want Jacqueline to come back.
Oh God, okay. I'm not sure I do.
I want Jacqueline back next season. I want Mia to be back next season. I want Jacqueline to come back, but as like,
well, Mia's gonna have to come back. They need some fucking coin.
Yeah, true.
And then next week we've got 90 minutes with Robin.
Well, 90 minutes isn't with Robin. We've got the husbands, and then we have
and
Robin.
Then we've got a clip. Okay, thank God. Good. Yeah. Okay. Right.
So we get to see the scene that you're uncomfortable with when Chris is screaming at a room full of black women.
Yeah. I just think screaming at a room full of women in general, but I don't think the optics are not great.
But he's not saying anything wrong.
He's not, but you can say not anything wrong in a bad tone. Like you're supposed to be proving how you're in control of yourself. Be in control.
Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, I've sort of forgotten about the husbands. It'd be good to see them.
I love it when the husbands come out. Like, we need Mr. Juan Dixon to come out. Oh my days. I forgot. So we were doing that in the streets part at the beginning, which I think should actually be a new segment. I think we should do that all the time. Juan's girlfriend. Have you seen the pictures of her?
No.
So Bravo Holics, I think is the Instagram account.
Right, yeah.
If you don't follow them, follow them.
I do follow them.
Posted a picture of Juan and this chick who looks just like Robin. But
no.
they put a heart over the face, but I seen the original without the heart on the face, so I can tell you she looks like Robin. At a basketball game, like sitting next to each other. But apparently she works with the basketball team that Juan works with. So them sitting next to each other at a game looking cozy isn't a thing. But apparently they were spotted in a laundromat.
Oh, see, I heard about this.
Doing laundry together, and he had his arms around the back of her while they were looking at the washing machine doing the do with their underwear.
Why would adults go to a laundromat?
Because they're having an affair and they're washing the semen and the pussy juice out of their underwear before they go home.
Do it in your fucking... Oh no.
I tell you something now. If my husband
also,
was having
they
an
work
affair,
in a sports facility, they definitely have a laundry service. You think Man United haven't got a fucking laundry?
Oh, absolutely they do.
Get someone to pick that up for you. No, you were asking for attention. If you're standing there in a fucking coin-operated laundry, you're asking for someone to look at you. There is no need.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Did you see Lenny's girlfriend and Lenny posing by the pool in the same dress she wore a year ago with her husband?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Being like, thanks for getting me into America.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch is tacky.
I mean, I'm against throwaway fashion, so I do think you should wear a dress more than once, but maybe monitor the Instagram.
Lisa would never do that.
No.
Lenny's got some budget, bitch, now. Lisa would never. She would never.
So, New Jersey?
Yeah, I need to get more wine.
Get more wine.
Hold on. Jersey is a moment. Danielle killed it for me.
Hey. New Jersey.
Oh, it's just the gift that keeps on giving. I love it.
It is good.
Oh, it's everything. It is everything.
So we start with a little recap of new Jen
Fessler
and Rachel talking about how they're pizza bagels.
No, you're gonna have to give me what?
They're half Italian, half Jewish.
Oh, okay. I must have fell asleep when that happened. Like, what?
Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
That is everything. They're pizza bagels. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
That's the spark of their friendship.
I feel like we can't say that though.
No, I'm not sure it's okay, but I think it's adorable.
Oh, I'm here for it. Is this when they have that lunch together?
So they said that at the mozzarella party, and then that's the spark of their beautiful friendship, and then they go to lunch together.
And then
but we were getting way ahead of ourselves. But I just wanted to put the pizza bagel line into the atmosphere because I thought it was adorable.
That is
not
I'm
racist,
here.
But love it.
Well, I don't think it's racist if they say it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we could go up to a half Jewish, half Italian person and call them a pizza bagel.
Yo, pizza bagel. No, let's not do that.
Although I might.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll wait for that.
I have my moments where I forget who I am or where I am or what I'm doing, and I say stupid shit.
So we got taglines.
We have got taglines.
What is Rachel's business? I'm sure she has one. I just don't know what it is.
I want to say car washes.
Oh, left field.
I feel like they have a car wash. We found out about it in episode 1.
Okay, that seems not legitimate.
They built something from scratch, but didn't really feel like they had to because it's a fully established business. It just felt like they.
Okay, good.
You know, they're good at it, so that's why they have a successful business. It wasn't like they reinvented the wheel.
Okay.
And so in my head,
that sounds like good practice.
I feel like it's car washes, but I feel like I'm also being incredibly racist and stereotypical by assuming that everyone in Jersey has a car wash. Oh,
I don't even think of that. I just think car washes are places that people traffic people into.
Monday, yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm sure that'll come out in the wash. Boom.
No, but it did. We do know what they do.
Okay. We will know that in the future. We will know.
We already knew
now.
it in the
I know.
past.
I'm sure we do. I'm sure.
But I just can't remember.
And Teresa's is that blood is thicker than water, but harder to get out when it spills.
She didn't write that.
It's a couple syllables too long, isn't it?
And also, she didn't write that.
She didn't write that.
Same way when Jen bought her the Tree of Life thing. Jen rang her before to explain it, so Tree didn't look like an idiot on TV.
I think whoever had explained it to Jen
explained it to Teresa. Absolutely. As soon as she said, "Do you get it? Because I'm Tree," I'm like, "Bitch, you didn't know that. Someone had to explain that to you. Let's not pretend. Let's not." Anyway, yeah, go on. What else do we have? I can't remember any of it. I'm a great lethal opponent or something.
A lethal enemy.
Yeah.
You don't know what toxic air is till you breathe fresh air or some shit.
Yeah. And I'm not bougie or basic. Danielle's one.
Oh yeah, because her
yeah,
her line is bougie, and Laura's got the luck of the Irish.
Calm as a bitch, just keep on barking or something. Doesn't make much sense.
Calm as a bitch, get ready to bark or something. No.
Whatever. Jen's crazy.
I really like seeing them come home after guys' night.
That production stroke of genius. That was brilliant to have them. I'm assuming it was all everyone. They were all you have to film them coming home after guys' night or whatever, and they're all coming home. And it was who was it needed food, or am I making that up?
John is so merry. He's so happy. I love it. Guilty as charged. That was his line. They were like, who had the most shots? But
and then Evan was like, it's not the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I'm sober.
I'm fine. I like Joe being like, I can function.
We'll take off your clothes. Get into bed. Joe.
I love their marriage.
I want to be there when I grow up.
Yeah, they're great. I love that they can still take the piss out of each other.
I want her house. I want her marriage. I just want to step into her. And then can we do that? I don't care who's Margaret and I don't care who's Lexi, because either way we have like
good.
we have like weird English mixed Jersey accents. And I feel like we could just live that life. I think we would fit in really well.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
I don't want that bastard little Yorkshire Terrier though.
No, absolutely not.
If I'm having a dog, I'm having a proper dog. Like, I don't want that little thing running around my house.
No, not there. Especially when that is a world where people have big dogs.
Yeah, and also like coyotes and shit like that will eat stuff.
No, okay, yeah.
Like when they take the dog into the garden, they have to keep it on a lead.
Oh no.
Remember
when Teresa and Joe had all those dogs in cages?
Yeah, the protection
out the
dogs.
back. I feel like they were like breeding those. That seemed very
No, they were
unsafe.
for protection though.
They're in a cage. How are they going to protect you?
Well, if someone's coming onto my property and I go outside and I remove the lock from the cage,
and then your dog savages you.
No, because remember the kids used to get in the cages, so the dogs were fine with the people.
Okay.
People they didn't know.
Okay.
I would have,
which makes sense when it's caged up in production then. Okay,
I would have like massive dogs if I was on TV and I had money.
Best believe I'm having humans.
No, best believe I'm having Dobermans, I'm having Rottweilers, I'm having Alsatians, I'm going ham.
We had a Doberman crossed with a Spaniel when I was little.
Oh, that doesn't seem fair during breeding.
It thought it was a pig. We got it off a farm. It was the dumbest thing that you have ever seen.
So what body shape did it have? Did it have
like a little fat spaniel? But we don't see Louis and we don't see Joe going home because they've had a row. And we don't see Frank.
No, because Dolores isn't obviously filming Frank.
No, and Tiffany?
Brittany
doesn't know how to use a phone.
No.
Oh, he didn't go home to Brittany.
I mean, she probably can't use the phone to capture
phone
Frank.
And the light at the same time.
He's too big.
Oh, it's too much to frame.
There's too much to frame. She's probably had too many drinks herself. You know what I mean? Like it's awkward.
So we see the fallout the next morning of Teresa talking to Louis, and Louis trying to be a nice guy and saying that they should make peace.
Yeah, and Teresa doesn't know how to function or have a conversation for herself, so Louis has to write it down on a piece of paper. Like,
it's not controlling or coercive, is it?
What was she phoning him for?
Tells you what to say.
Like, what was the point of phoning him if you weren't looking to make? Like, I don't understand.
So
it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
And then Joe is having the conversation in the new house that he's building with his bare hands.
Whatever. Move on. Yeah.
Yeah, and
literally with his bare hands, you see him twiddling that screw,
like randomly, standing on top of the bit of stuck on wood.
But there was no one else there.
No one else is there. God, that house is a fucking riot, isn't it? So they sort of agree that they're gonna no, what do? They have a chat. They talk about how.
So they talk about the housewarming party.
The housewarming party and how he's gonna come, and he says he's not gonna go, and how they weren't invited to Antonia's sweet 16th.
Louis' family weren't invited to Antonia's sweet 16th, which I think is a push too far. It's not the same as the wedding.
It's not the same as the wedding. You have a birthday every fucking year.
It's the 16th birthday party of a child. She don't want a bunch of adults there.
No, yeah, it's just insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, they have they're getting invited to the housewarming, and like Joe like says he'll think about it like a fucking petulant teenager, doesn't he? And he says, I can't help my emotions. It's like, well, that's your entire fucking problem, isn't it, mate? That you just think I have an emotion and there's nothing I can do about it. I have to just shout it into the world.
But isn't this why you're in construction? Can't you just bang some stuff until you feel better?
Yes, I do think that is a good point. He should just bang some stuff. Maybe not when it's your own house.
Wait, is it their house though? I'm still not convinced they live in it.
I think they do live in it. I think they haven't paid for it.
Right.
Because we see them living in it later, don't we?
Do we?
I see them living in it now.
Oh, on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that she talks about, she's like, wait till you see the chandeliers that I've ordered, and they're like fucking awful.
They're horrendous. The black things, right?
Yeah, the things that look like they've still got the packaging on.
Oh. Just. I mean, I know I don't have great style, but I feel like
my style is mainly hindered by my lack of money. I feel like I would be awesome at being rich.
Oh, yeah. My house would be insane. The house party.
No, then we get, so that's a mess. We know that's a mess. Then we have my favourite scene.
The restaurant?
No, the Catanias.
I forget. Nana's coming over. My day is made. Oh my God. I creamed my panties. I'm not going to lie. You standing there, hosing down the garden.
She's like, you're the man of the house. He said, I take this role very seriously.
Looking like a snack. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, I love every single ounce of it. I just need that clip. That'll do.
And her mum is just lovely. And I love the way
Valerie
she calls them by their name.
Yeah.
Every time she's like, hello, Dolores.
Yeah.
Hello, Frankie. Like, not just.
Oh, Dolores.
Like, yeah, just, oh.
I love the way she says Dolores. I can't do it. It's amazing.
It's very Irish, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's got a very Irish twang to it, the way she says Dolores. And she's just lovely, and they're just lovely. And they're just.
She had a bit of cake for breakfast.
She did, but it was the first time in a week.
I love Dolores. She's like, I'm not rowing with Valerie anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, I love it so much.
And they're talking about the sort of friction between the Frank and the Paul of it all.
Yeah.
And how they said that, well, little Frank said that it was pretty rough for big Frank.
Yeah.
And it was all, and I think, but these conversations need to be had so that we can move on, right?
They do, but I mean, who wants to upset the Franks?
Well, I think Dolores did, because she has been being second fiddle in her own life, didn't she?
Yeah, she has.
She does deserve to like be sent the stage. And then she's in that black testimonial looking like something out of this fucking world.
Yeah, she looks incredible. She looks incredible. But she looks incredible in general, Dolores, doesn't she? She does.
She is. She is. And
I don't like the blue. I don't like the blue.
No, the
that
blue
she has. It's
a bit hard. But she's amazing, and she's like a whole person as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, but I love me some Frankie.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his excitement when his grand's coming is just too much.
They've raised him well, haven't they? Well, Dolores has raised him well. I don't think Frank's had anything.
I think if anything, the absence of Frank is really the making of him.
Or maybe the resurgence of the Renaissance Frank.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Renaissance Frank. Absolutely.
Right? I think that's what it is. It's not the Frank that would have raised him from...
The shit husband. That's what she said. She said he was a shit husband. I was like, yes, that does sound true.
Yeah.
So then I'm really upset about Jen and Bill's dinner.
First of all, that octopus looks incredible.
It did look incredible.
But the whole conversation just ruined it for me.
I just think, how are they together? He is like in a different plane to her. Because he wants to have octopus and nice wine, and she wants to have spicy pineapple margaritas.
And vodka penne.
Yeah, like, just the fuck. She's so basic. Can you imagine what a spicy pineapple margarita tastes like?
No, a spicy
That
margarita
sounds
on
like
its
vomit.
own is fine. Pineapple and tequila is fine, but don't add all the why?
That sounds like it's going to taste the same both directions.
Oh yeah, and that's burning arse cheeks when it's coming out. Like that's
no,
not...
that is coming right back up, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's booked a party bus for her son to go to prom because she wants to spoil them because Bill had an affair.
I feel like she would have booked the party bus.
She's booked a party
regardless.
bus because she wants a fucking party bus.
Yeah,
I bet he
like,
doesn't want a party bus.
But I don't know what Bill wants. What does Bill want?
Bill wants to be left alone.
Does he want a wife that's just quiet at home and doesn't do anything and doesn't say anything? Does he want a co-pilot? No. Like, what is he looking for?
He wants someone to run his house, and he turns up in 20 years' time and goes, "Oh, my kids have turned out well."
Right.
And like maybe on a Sunday afternoon, like I think he'd, and I think she can do whatever she likes in his mind, as long as, but why involve him? Why drag him into it? Why make it like
the topic of conversation? Like, he
I just think he's
know.
gone. You said you wanted to be rich, or we said we wanted to be rich and have a lot of kids. We're rich and we have a lot of kids. What are you whinging about? And I think there are things that he can whinge about him, and that he doesn't blindly support her, but mainly that's because she's being a cunt.
I know, but I agree with what she says to a certain extent, though. Like, he doesn't ever seem to have her back at all. However, just had a random musing.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how he's all friends with Louis?
Yeah.
And was giving him the Joey Gorga on Boys Night, the whole I'm the brother-in-law he's never had, and kind of giving him a bit of a shitty attitude on Boys Night. Do you think that is a response to how Joe Gorga spoke to Jen at BravoCon? Do you remember that video?
Maybe. Yeah. Well,
just
why
a
would
random
he not?
thought.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So maybe he is defending her, but in a...
I think maybe he's not defending her, way. He's just kind of defending his ego sort of thing.
Oh, because that's my wife, rather than it
actually being her.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Sometimes I think they just seem they really seem to struggle to articulate themselves.
They don't know how to have a conversation, do they?
No, and then I thought, I wonder if they always speak English at home.
Yeah, probably not. They speak Turkish, I would assume.
Because I think Turkish is not going to like subtitle easily onto TV, is it? They do sometimes subtitle. They used to subtitle her dad a bit, didn't they?
Yeah, but he was speaking English.
I feel like there are moments when they say occasional words in Turkish.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they were emotionally involved in Turkish, they still wouldn't be in this place in English, would they?
No.
They're not having these conversations in any language. They're incapable of having the language, and it's not because they don't have the words. I
think for their entire marriage, up until she started being on the Housewives, their conversations were,
what would you like for dinner?
What would you like for dinner? How much
does that cost? Yeah.
What do I need to pay for?
Yeah.
And I think once she started seeing other people, other relationships, and she was like, no, I want to have an actual marriage with my husband. I want to have an actual relationship with him. And then he's just like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, this wasn't the deal.
That's what I have side pieces for. Why am I having...
And also, you've come out of the gate and decided to be quite annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, I love Bill Aiden, so...
Yeah, I love Bill Aiden, but I think, again, it's like a waste, isn't it? Like, she wants to go and have shitty tequila. I'm like, no, I would like to go and have a nice bottle of wine with Bill Aiden.
Yeah,
I can't afford those bottles of wine.
And have, like, a really nice, civilized dinner.
Yeah. And then she's exhausted. She's exhausted by the chat.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm over it.
All you've done is fucking talk. Let him respond.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to survive another season? As like a married couple, I mean.
Yeah, I think if they survive this far. I think they might stick it out hating each other.
I don't want that for either of them. I don't want people to be in marriages when they hate each other. I want people to still want to be around each other. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Also, very interested to watch it.
Okay, so then we go to the housewarming, yes?
Is it not the lunch with Jen and
the
Rachel?
lunch where everybody talks about how Aiden
is calling everyone being messy.
Everybody and being
okay,
messy bitch.
So can we talk about Rachel? Jealousy is a disease. Get well soon, Jen Aiden. Did she quote Meredith Salt Lake City tagline, or was that just a coincidence?
I think it was just a coincidence.
Oh, because I really hope she quoted it.
Maybe she does some good quotes because she quotes her mum, doesn't she?
What does she say about
She says, if you see a red flag a waving, there's a parade a coming. Yes, please.
And it was the hand signal too. The waving. That was everything. Yes, I fully enjoyed that. That.
I like her.
And then they call Margaret, right? But we didn't see that until the.
Well, we see. So Jen, there's some history with food. She talks about how she was bigger. She talks about how she doesn't share food.
Oh yeah, but she was big. Like in comparison to what she is now.
Yeah.
Like not big in like real life.
Yeah, she's obviously lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I like someone who was just like, here's the line, I don't share food. Like, yeah, good to know. So I can eat a whole pizza. Yeah.
I want the margarita pizza. Can we share that? No.
It was also, who orders a margarita pizza?
Listen, you need but I'm also
but there are also places out there in Italy where they're like, you will have the pizza that I tell you, it's margarita pizza, that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah, but also I believe in the Italian thing where you don't have more than 2 toppings on a pizza as well.
Okay.
I'm here for that.
Fine.
I can't do it.
I don't think they let you have any toppings, do they?
They do. They let you have like pepperoni or whatever, salami. But that's it. Or like an artichoke.
Oh yeah, I'd take an artichoke. I won't thank you for a salami.
I love a salami.
On a pizza, I'm not.
I'm all kinds of
meats. Got to be in the mood.
All kinds of meats on anything. I'm good with it. I like me some sausage.
So, and she says to her, she's like, you're annoying. Like, you've just had a baby 3 months ago and you look like that. And I just think she's not wrong.
No. Because
her baby's one today.
Whose baby's one today?
Jen's. No, Rachel's.
Oh, happy birthday.
Juliana?
Yeah?
I think it's Juliana with a G.
Oh, okay. Because that's the Italian way to spell it, though. That makes sense. Or
at least similar to that. That's what I'm punting for. That's what I think it is. So she's one. Happy birthday.
Oh, wow. Yes, happy birthday, Queen.
She's a cute baby. There was close-ups.
Is she still wearing a bow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the best.
I love it. I say that and I take the piss, but I had Kyra in like full headbands. But they were like more like turban wraps.
Okay, sure. Whatever you tell yourself. I don't know any of that shit on my babies.
No. That's because your daughter would have told you to fuck right off.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas mine's embracing the girly girl attitude, but still has a bit of stank on it. So, yeah, come at her and see what she does. But she will do it wearing a bow and a high heel. And I can't be mad at it. She's got housewife potential, my one.
So, yeah, they ring Marge and talk about how, she's like, so Jen's really like, Jennifer Aiden thinks she's being clever here, doesn't she?
But why? This is the thing. How can
she's
you think
testing
you're being
people?
clever?
She's finding because she's dumb.
But you're ringing the friends of the people you want to talk about, and you don't think it's going to get back to them
because that's what she does all the time. She's always ringing around, and she's always like hunting shit.
She's got 5 kids. How does this bitch have time?
Well, because they're at school all day, aren't they?
Have you seen the size of her house? That bitch has got cleaning today.
They got cleaners.
Fair.
They got cleaners. They got drivers.
I feel like when you have 5 kids, the personal admin of running 5 kids' lives.
Yeah.
Would take
just
up
Olivia's.
A lot of time. Managing Olivia's schedule would be
I just
insane.
imagine being Olivia's personal assistant is a full-time job. I can only imagine.
Absolutely. And I would revel in that job.
Do you think? I think I might, because I bet she'd be like, I want a Coke, not in that glass, with a straw. You've been on this thing, you like coming back 7 and 8 times. You're like, is this right?
Yeah, maybe.
You're like, I'm going to dunk you in that pool.
Yeah. And I'm not going to pull you up until I stop seeing the bubbles.
Yeah, it's a bad plan to go to all the people, and because they've got genuine friendships, haven't they? They're not they're not fake. And like, there's history.
Yeah.
There's obviously history with Rachel and Frank's Mrs.
Brittany. Jesus.
Brittany, I can't get it.
It's not that hard. Think of a dumb blonde. Brittany.
I know, but all of those names blur in my mind. Like,
they
so
did bikini competitions or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so that's really stupid. Okay, then we go to the party. And they're in their new house.
In the love bubble.
In the love bubble.
And the woman in the pool is in the love bubble.
Oh, like, how much do you think they pay that person? Like, can it possibly be worth it?
No, not at all.
How much would someone have to pay you for that to be your job?
$1,000 an hour. No, $1,000 every 10 minutes. And I'm staying at your party for an hour max.
Yeah. I just think that how does she get in and out? It must be so undignified.
Well, they deflate it, don't they? They remove the air, you get in, then they put the air in. I'll be just terrified of like suffocating and drowning and shit.
And it's
like,
and I just be thinking, it's gonna get sweaty and
the smell inside there. And she's wearing lycra. That doesn't bode well with sweat, does it?
No, there's nothing breathable in that scenario, is there?
No, none. But the food looked insane.
And Danielle being like, I'm gonna take a tray home.
It was like, I nearly bought some Tupperwares in my purse. I'm not gonna lie. The way she said that was too. It's white coming out your nose.
A little bit. She's so
like,
good.
And then she was like, oh, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me now.
Like, I'm being serious. I am. But she started the conversation to be like, is anyone making a plate? Yeah. Like, they're all stood there being like, I'm so thin, I'm so thin, I'm so thin. She's like, so are we eating pasta?
And the pizza, I love the pizza. Oh, it just looks so good. It looked like proper pizza.
Yeah.
I love me some Napoli pizza. It looks
She
so
was
good.
so excited. Like, she was so excited to be there, wasn't she? She was like, oh my gosh, like the whole thing. It was amazing.
I've been invited to the big girls table.
Yeah. How old is Melania?
I don't know. 17, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
18. No, because she's like in her 20s now, right?
So she's like drinking. 18, yeah.
Yeah. So is Melania the next one down?
Yeah, I think so.
And then it's Gabriella and then Adriana.
I think so.
Yeah, so Melania's like 17, 18.
Just think at what point, her mum's saying the shorter the better about your dress. I was like, okay.
They've never been appropriate with their daughters though, have they? Let's be clear. It's always been like a whole thing. But let's skip forward a little bit and let's have a conversation about Melissa and her nieces. And then the confessional conversation.
That they have hate in their heart?
Right, okay. So you picked that up, right? Like immediately as soon as she said that, I was like, so you've just shat on your nieces basically on national television, and then you're gonna sit there and play the victim. Fuck you. If my sister-in-law, whoever, someone related to me said anything of the sort about my children, they are dead to me.
Why you are saying anything negative about those children? And like, it was so awkward, that whole interaction.
It was awkward because they're looking at you going, don't be fake at me, bitch.
Where have you been?
Because I have the
We haven't seen you.
I have the innocence of a child right now. I'm not playing up for the cameras for a TV show. This is me. This is who I am. So don't come at me with your fake bullshit.
And then she didn't even try. Like, she couldn't even muster that, like,
a conversation. She couldn't ask any question.
She couldn't ask how school was. She couldn't ask how uni or whatever. Like, none of that.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Like, I was livid. It's not even my family. I was pissed off.
Yeah. But did that happen before or after the chosen family remark?
That was before.
It was before. Okay, so there's no excuse.
But also as well, let's talk about that as well. Okay, let's just go in. So the chosen family thing, I don't think that was that bad because Joe was invited. Joe chose not to turn up. So if he was standing there, she would have said the same damn thing. I don't think she meant it any malicious way whatsoever. I think she generally just said, these are the people I choose to be around. These are the people I choose to have as family. And it's true. I would rather have someone tell me that they choose me as family than someone say, well, I've just dealt, but these are the cards I've been dealt. Oh, well. Do you know what I mean?
I think that is an interpretation. Who said that they were going to, like, turn it round? Was it Melissa that said that? No,
well,
was it Jacqui? It was Jacqui,
they
wasn't
all
it?
started instigating it.
I do think, look.
All right, just die quietly, please.
I think it was really clumsy of Teresa to say chosen.
Yeah, but that's just Teresa. She also got up on the table with no underwears on. Rosie.
But clearly, the fact that she had no underwear on was quite commonly available at that point in the evening. Seeing as both, who was lifting her up? Paulie and, was it Nate?
Yeah, one of the new husbands, yeah.
Everyone was like, yeah, we know.
Again, she was wearing a colour of fabric that if you have an accidental
that dress was
sneeze,
terrible.
With an accidental sneeze, you're going to see it.
I know. Once again, I just think people have more bladder control. Maybe I think you need to talk to someone. I feel like there could have been there was a lot of like nipple. There was a lot visible, wasn't there?
Mike and I were watching something the other night, and he said to me, "It's just people just not wear underwear now. Is that just a thing?"
Loads of people don't wear underwear, like, and never have.
No, but like I think he was mainly talking about bras. It's just like people just don't wear bras anymore. And I was like, well, yeah, I suppose. Like, I went for a good 10 years and I didn't wear a bra because my boobs were amazing. But now they're just big and uncomfortable. But yeah, anyway, I just thought that whole situation was ridiculous, and
she chose to go. She could have, like she said, she could have just gone, had a glass of wine, said hello to everyone, and then had to leave. I didn't like that line of, like, I was going to bring Blair, but he was asleep.
I was going to bring you because she was forcing a conversation.
No.
And listen, I've had a choice that they've made. That's got nothing to do with, like, they have Instagram, they have WhatsApp, they have Snapchat, whatever the kids are using, TikTok, all the rest of it. They have all of that shit. There's absolutely no reason, and I don't understand why these kids don't have a relationship.
Yeah. And I also think, just from Melissa's point, like, you could just go over and show contrition. You could easily just go over and say, it's lovely to see you. I'm sorry we haven't seen as much of you as... Like, you don't have to take responsibility. You just say, I'm sorry we haven't seen as much of you as we could have. And then I would like that to change. And then you can just leave. You don't have to make it longer. You can just say, I'm glad I saw you tonight. I'm glad I came. Like, it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
But why sit in a confessional
and fucking bitch about them?
You're coming for a child at that point. That's it.
And it's the same. It's
when Teresa sees that's game over. The reunion's going to be amazing.
But it's the same when Gia called out Joe on seeing Joe in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Like, whatever he did to his sister, you have spent all that time publicly shitting on her dad.
Yeah. Not that he didn't deserve it, but you know.
But it's her dad.
Yeah, at the same time. I agree. 100%. 100%.
And then he's all like, matey.
Yeah.
And that it's just a bit shit, isn't it?
Anyway.
Yeah.
What else happens at the party? Jacqui gets threatened by Danielle's hand movements.
Jacqui and Danielle have an altercation about her hands and her, because she's bitching and she doesn't think she's gonna have the balls to turn around and talk to her, and that is a real misplay on Jacqui's part, because she's like, excuse me,
I'm sorry,
I can hear you talking about me.
I can hear my name being said. I'm gonna have to step in here. So is my outfit okay today? Or
don't put your hands in my face. Don't put your hands in my face.
Is that a threat?
Is that a threat? Fuck you.
Oh wow. Okay.
But she's not being chased out. She's like, I'll have a row and I am still coming back because there is still pasta here. Because when Rachel has her altercation with Jen, and she was like, well, I was just ringing you about your terrible nose job.
Oh,
I wanted to see that I hadn't insulted you about your terrible nose job. I'm like, wow, you're really spinning that yarn.
But I think Rachel did the right thing.
Yeah, she did exactly the right thing.
Rachel would have gone full Jersey on her ass, and she would have, I reckon Jen would have needed a new nose job.
But yeah, she did. She was like, fuck off, I'm not doing this, and now I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm taking my husband, who's perfectly happy to leave with me, actually.
Yeah.
My husband's not upset about coming home with me.
That's why I was like, wait, don't you want to stay and check her? She was like, no, I'm going home.
Going home. I've said my bit, I'm still in control, and I am leaving.
Do you think that Rachel has studied the playbook and is playing a housewives game?
Maybe.
So she's like, because like she's doing all the right things to make them really love her.
Yeah, we love her, and she's.
Whereas
really
I feel like Danielle isn't.
Danielle is fangirling all over it, isn't she?
But yeah, I think Danielle is just being herself, and it's just she's fantastic. But I think Rachel knows that she doesn't have that natural je ne sais quoi for housewives.
Yeah, she's not like bubbly.
So she's coming in and she's like,
but
this is how
sharp.
I have to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here.
I cannot imagine doing that with like a 3-month-old at that point. A 3-month-old and a 2-year-old. Like, she is sharp as a tack.
Yeah. Yeah, but she must have help, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure if I had matching shoes on.
Never mind full face of makeup, body snatch, looking like a snack, walking through these streets. Yeah, I agree. It was, yeah. She looks good, and she's having like her baby brain was the one.
I think she's great. I'm here for it. I'm going full claws out for Jennifer Aiden. I can't be doing it.
No, I'm she's so delusional. She's the Kenya Moore of New Jersey. Like, the lack of understanding of the real world, compassion and empathy, and expecting everybody else to have that for her. That's Kenya.
Yeah. I also think, like, because she looked so shocked, didn't she? I just think, because if you're gonna go, well, I can shout loudly, like, well, you better be the fucking loudest person then. Like, if you're gonna be like, well, I'm hard, well, you better be fucking hard then, if you're gonna start saying that. Like, I don't know what it takes to be a fucking muscle bikini builder, whatever the fuck that is, but I don't think it's easy.
Yeah, I reckon she could fuck you up.
Yeah. And I reckon she's obviously got the kind of staying power and commitment to something that I don't want in an enemy.
Yeah, she ain't
I don't want to be pissing off people who are running on treadmills with weight vests on at 4 a.m.
She's not here for a short time. She's here for a long time.
She is last man standing.
Absolutely.
When are we seeing the wedding? I want to see the wedding now, even though I know I've seen the wedding.
It's going to be like a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Good.
Yeah, it's coming up. So what else happened in Jersey? Anything else?
Nothing. That's it all.
That's it. All right, let's talk about Miami then.
Miami. Oh, so I can't remember what happens at the beginning of Miami. I can't remember the exact start. She's still talking to her mother-in-law, Lisa.
Yeah, and the mother-in-law kind of like backs down
pulls it round a bit, doesn't she?
And says, oh, well, you know, maybe I spoke to him earlier and, you know, things are happening and blah, blah, blah. But it's not going well for Lisa.
It's not going well for Lisa.
No.
And then she's just like casually in her playroom in like a fucking corset.
They're all being shot by machine guns and they're all dying.
She's pretending that they're having a lovely time, and I'm like, this is a fucking massacre. This is the kind of scenario you're explaining to a shrink. No thanks, babe. Don't show that.
Oh, it does seem to me though that they know who she is.
Yeah, the kids. Yeah, I think she's present in the kids' lives. Yeah,
I do, and I didn't expect that. To be fair,
yeah,
I didn't expect her to have an actual understanding of.
Yeah, because we're believing the narrative that she gave her husband the opportunity to cheat because she went to New York.
All the get dental work done. I can't.
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I
want that Tom Ford coffee table book.
Who has that?
Lisa, when Marisol and Alexia go around and they go in the wine room.
Okay.
And then they're sitting in their living room. Yeah, okay.
I'm just taking a saber, all of them bottles. Fuck it. If I can't drink them, I'm just sabering all of them. I'm just opening that shit and I'm letting it flood. And I'm just going to walk out. That's what I'm doing. I didn't see the Tom Ford coffee table book.
It's nice. I clocked it because it's something I want in my life.
I have the Vanity Fair coffee table book.
I got some nice coffee table books. All my books are picture books, aren't they? Like, it's very obvious whose books are whose in my house.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the Tom Ford one. I'll have to Google it.
It's really nice. It's not even, you can buy a lesser version for not, I don't know, like 70 quid or something, but then there's like a proper like limited edition one which is really lovely. Like
how much is that?
Like £2,000.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah,
it's a lot for a book.
I mean,
a lot for a book of pictures of things I don't own.
Yeah, fair.
It's on a coffee table that I don't have.
Yeah. So anyway, so Alexia and Marisol are in
they come round. I don't know what they talk about.
Everything. They talk about everything, don't they? They talk about the divorce. They talk about, what's her name? Adriana.
Yeah.
They talk about all of that stuff and nothing gets resolved and nothing gets...
No, they talk about who went to the
the
video viewing
video
party and who didn't, and that.
And then is it
Martina and Julia go to dinner, and they're like back
they are couple goals.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with those two as a couple.
It made me so sad at the end when they were talking about her like cancer diagnosis, and I really want her to be okay.
She's fine. It's only stage 1.
Okay, good.
I mean, she's going to have the best doctors in the world, isn't she? Like,
I would hope so.
Fine.
Yeah, but
I like the way that she was complimenting her makeup, and
it was so cute.
They're so in love, aren't they?
And when they're actually having fun together, it's so endearing.
Oh, I love it. And then I was getting horny watching them talk about getting home. I was like, all right, that's a video I want to watch. Can you take that shit? I like
that they made it. They like managed to stay for like actual entrees.
I think they barely did, you know.
I know, but I think Martina was right. She was like, "No, we need some like carbo loading.
We need
some protein." Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I like her planning. She's really thought this through.
Absolutely.
And they talk about adopting and like, and what was her line? Where's the fun in simple?
Yeah.
I was like, I like that. I like it when like she sees her partner and she sees what she's like. She's not trying to change her in any way.
None. Just beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely.
Yeah, they're couple goals.
I saw some pictures of Julia when the girls were babies.
Oh yeah.
Like newborns. My God, she was like, not that she's not now, but she was so beautiful.
Really?
Like just you can imagine how someone like plucked her in like Russia. You can imagine how some ton scout was like, fuck. Yeah. Like with no makeup on and her hair not done, and she just looked unbelievable.
I hate women like that. I don't, obviously. I am obsessed with them, but like, you know, it annoys me. And then what happens?
We go to Nicole's house and she's brought her therapist and her dad, but they're not therapizing him. Seems like a jump.
Are you going to do it now? Are you going to say it now?
So what do you think of her sofa when you want a big, huge sofa? Because for me, that sofa is too, see, for me, that's too much.
It's not deep enough.
Oh, it's really deep. I think they were just,
enough.
No, I think they were hovering on the front. I think there was like another 4 foot before the back.
No, I think your husband would struggle stretching his legs out on that. And I want a sofa.
Right. Well, you want that thing that's in like Kim Kardashian's house that's like a kind of bed.
Yes, that's what I want.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I want.
As long as someone hoovers it every day.
Oh, absolutely. That's fine.
With snacks.
If I'm rich at some point, someone's going to be hoovering my sofa every day.
Okay, I think that's too deep of a sofa for me.
Well, okay, well that's your personal opinion. I disagree.
I also entirely want a sofa of my own. I know the idea of a sofa is that it's like multiple people can sit on it, but I'm not interested in that. And that's what happens in my house. I have a sofa and the 3 of them are on another sofa, being all cozy and cutesy together and loving each other. And I'm like, I'm fine over here, thanks.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you.
So yes, but the therapy really works. Well, it works to a real point, doesn't it? It works for Nicole.
But I always think, like, we said this before, that Nicole is trying to build this version of her dad in her head that doesn't exist. And she's trying to rationalize her feelings without even considering his position.
Yeah, she's still coming as the wounded child and not the adult.
Yeah, and I think being able to understand where he was coming from and his whole version of it is great. And I think the mum probably tried to tell her at some point. I think he probably tried to tell her at some point. But I think it wasn't until she heard it from a therapist that she was able to understand it. Because I just think, like we said before, just let him live, let him be who he is.
But it wasn't entirely like, he wasn't like, and who knows if it's true, but him saying that she was better off without him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a complete dickhead place. It might play out as a dickhead move. But if there's even a part of him that genuinely thought that, he wasn't trying to hurt her.
No, he was being a good dad. So let's be clear.
He wasn't being a good dad, but he was being the least worst dad.
I mean, he got run over by a car.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Great dad move. While he got out to talk to a friend.
While he was doing a drug deal or something. Yeah. Absolutely. But then, I mean, then on the flip side.
But he did say multiple times, he was like, I think I'm great.
Yeah. This is true. But then on the flip side, you've got Alexia's ex-husband, Peter and Frankie's dad, wearing a cartel t-shirt, glorifying the fact that he was in the cartel. Like, so I mean, you've got.
We're not hiding, are we?
We've got these two ends. Who would you rather have as your dad?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I want Alexia's ex-husband as a daddy. I'm not gonna lie.
Pedro.
There's something about him that makes me feel very warm and tingly inside, and I don't know why.
Oh, God, no,
I don't know why. It's not right. It's not right, but I do.
But in this actual instance, he's doing the right things. Because in this actual scene, he's saying to Peter, isn't he, like your mum was right, and like, you know, don't. Because the real dickhead in this family is Peter.
It's Peter, 100%. But what I don't think Peter
understands.
He lives off.
He lives with Alexia.
No, he doesn't live with Alexia. He lives by himself. But he lives off the money that Alexia has accumulated from ex-husbands after she left the father. So the money that Peter has got nothing to do with his dad. So why is he idolizing? Why is he idolizing this man?
Because he thinks he's like some big fucking gangster, and he could be a big gangster, even though he's clearly soft as shit.
I'd be more scared of Frankie than I am of Peter.
But he's like, oh, like, my mum's giving me shit. It's like, right, well, be a fucking grown up then. You don't have to see her. If you don't like her being involved in your life, she doesn't have to be involved. I was going to go. I was going to leave. I was going to go. Go on then.
I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of Peter.
What a prick.
He's an absolute asshole. And yeah, never been a fan.
I liked it when Pedro was like, oh, well, it was the same because like your mum's mum said not to be with me. And I was like, do you not think she was probably right there, mate?
Well,
like what he was trying to say is like, oh, mums are just overprotective. But what he was actually saying is, turns out that
she's
women in this family have quite good intuition. Listen to them.
Dickhead. And seeing Alexia with Frankie cooking and stuff.
Cooking and doing laundry and all of that. I feel like she's done, that's such a level of like self-growth, isn't it? That she's realised that she is not helping by doing everything.
No, absolutely not.
I loved it. I loved seeing him cooking and everything. And she was so, all of her like all of those things that you hear yourself saying, don't you, as a parent, that you think, God, that's such a wanky thing to like that's a great choice on the washing machine, like something like that. It's like, yes, she is. I do think she's a good mom.
She's a fantastic parent. She's just a questionable person.
She got a short fuse as a person, but I think as a mum she's amazing.
Yeah.
And that like Frankie's great, but let's be realistic, that is a huge strain. That would give me a short fuse. Like,
oh, absolutely.
The worry of the fact that like what does happen long term and the day-to-day and is he okay and all the things that we are having to worry about less and less as our kids mature and become more independent that are not as readily available for him must be exhausting.
Yeah, it's true. Like, I have like these weird visions every now and again of like, if I died tomorrow, how would my kids be and what would happen and stuff like that. And it's like, she has to deal with that like every day. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter if our kids are like in their 20s and we die. Yeah. They should be functioning enough that they should be okay. Whereas Frankie's not going to be. And
he can't rely on Pedro and he can't rely on Peter.
No.
So, and I don't even think he can rely on Todd.
No, I agree.
And that must be like a huge worry to all like parents of disabled children or disabled adults who are going to need more support than we would expect for the rest of their lives. Must be like terrifying.
Yeah. Ugh.
So good for her. And it was lovely the way she was talking about how he was like, it's like he's starting his life. And so it was really nice.
Yeah, it was very cute.
It was great. I liked it.
Yeah.
So then we go to the melting pot party.
Okay. Can we agree that no one throws a party like Gertie?
God, I love a Gertie party, man. All of that.
All the aspects.
So many things.
All of the neon.
All the lights that move. The lights that move, those globes that go up and down. I would just like to look at that, please. That was enough of a night out for me.
It was the cocky fan. Mate.
I really want a neon sign.
I want one in my kitchen. I'm trying to build a bar in my kitchen. And I want that.
What are you going to get to say?
I don't know. That's the thing. So I want to save up for it. But I need to know how much it's going to cost. Therefore,
they're not that bad.
But I need to know what it's going to say.
If you're having a whole fucking line, it's gonna.
No, what can I say? I need a cocktail bar slogan for my kitchen.
I'm sure you can come up with something better than Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we'll work on that.
Okay.
So she's flown in bartenders from New York, and initially I was like, that is insane.
And then you saw
good
when they're balancing 2 drinks on one arm and they're pouring shit and they've got blocks and they're doing all sorts of craziness. Yeah, I'm here for that.
They were good fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I like all of that.
I like the place settings.
With the perspex,
out of the thing, and the table was.
I thought the dry ice was maybe a touch far.
Too far.
We were on a cloud.
Too far, but I loved it a lot. And did you notice that Lisa didn't have an entrance? She just popped up.
She disappeared. She'd been in there for hours.
But you know, like everyone else, you saw
you did see everyone else
their cars and doing their stuff, and then Lisa was just there. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I was very confused by that.
I didn't clock that, but you're all right.
Yeah, it was very strange.
She was probably on the phone the entire time.
Was shouting at Lenny.
Yeah. So Adriana goes like straight in to like apologize.
Yes.
And I feel like Alexia is kind of like neutral, but Marisol is like not having it.
Having any of it, no.
Like she's like, no, it's gone, it's broken, we're done.
Yeah.
Which seems, I feel like she's verging onto wrong.
I don't know. I just feel like I can't cope at this stage of my life, and they are a good 45 years older than me. I don't feel like I can cope with that level of instability in a friend group.
Well, I entirely agree. Adriana is insane, and she's like making out that like she's going through. They kept saying like she's going through a bad time. She's going through a bad time, and I'm like,
and she got ADD.
Has she?
Well, that's what she said. She said my ADD makes me repeat shit. What, 5 years later? Fuck off. ADD is an instant reaction.
Yeah, I don't think that's a 5-year gap. Yeah, but yeah, all of that like, oh, but I'm having a hard time, and I was like, but are you? What is happening to you? And I can see why Lisa's pissed off about that, because she's like, I'm actually having shit time. So yeah, but I think that was as good as we were going to get, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to be okay.
No, but there wasn't fights, because that could have just been that fight again, couldn't it?
No. And they seemed very upset when Gertie said, I need your attention, bitches.
Oh yeah.
They looked very upset by that.
I think it was a mixture of upset and worry. I really liked the quail leg conversation.
Everything with Kiki. No,
it's like a rat.
Yeah.
And you eat the legs?
Oh, it's a bird. But then why is she eating the legs?
But also, you do eat legs of birds.
You do.
That's very well trodden ground.
And also a wing.
Yeah, all of birds. Like, birds are very edible. But yeah, and she's like, eggs. But I also like Julia being like, I don't eat my pets, no. Like, this is the thing we have to say to people now.
I like the end as well, when they do like the thing where what they're doing and stuff, and she's trying to do yoga with her goats.
And they're just like fucking jumping.
Feels like she's doing yoga with goats.
Those goats had not got the message. They had not had enough yoga. They were hyper.
Everything.
I liked Gertie's analogy about the chain of command and the links and the kinks in the chains.
I think I missed that.
Yeah, she was saying like this went as well as it could be. Like it's a chain of command, but there are kinks in the links, but it's still all together as a chain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like it.
Yeah. What else happened?
Yeah, that was it. They just talked about what they're all doing now. Marisol's got like a line of
cocktails coming out.
Or she sends you cocktails in a box.
I think so, yeah. I think
she's
it's
just a bottle
pre-made.
of vodka. And a tumbler.
And a funnel. Get it inside the thing. Yeah.
Juliet is doing goat yoga. Gertie went to New York.
Which they seem to go to all the time. I don't understand why that's a vacation, but sure.
Yeah. What's everyone else up to? Alexia's fine.
Yeah.
Adriana's working with that dude who like
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Gloria
Emilio.
Estevez. Is it?
No, that's Estefan.
Estefan. Was it Estevez or Estefan? Because I'm getting confused with Charlie Sheen's family. Because Charlie Sheen's family is Estevez, right? And it's Estefan.
I'm
gonna have to Google that.
No. Charlie Sheen's dad
is Emilio No, his brother's Emilio Estevez, or his dad's Emilio Estevez.
His dad is Martin Sheen, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Estevez. Their name is Estevez.
Charlie Sheen's real name.
Is?
It is Estevez.
Yeah, I know it's Estevez, but is it Emilio? Who's Emilio Estevez?
I think he's unrelated. I don't I think he's unrelated.
But I keep thinking it's Gloria Estefan's dad is the one who did the music with Adriana.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. That
Because the
man's
way
not
he
old
said
enough to be Gloria.
when they went to the
I hadn't even
recording
put that here. Anyone owned Gloria.
Yeah, see?
Okay, yeah, maybe.
No. Well, I don't know. Listeners, let us know.
That's fun.
Mm.
Gloria Estefan's dad. No, he's called Jose Ferredo.
Okay, so then it's not him. All right, fair enough. Anything else to add?
Nicole sold that house for £44 million to Jeff Bezos's mum.
No.
Yeah, that was her tagline. That was her thing. That happened.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that. I missed that.
It was weird. We started, and then there was another 9 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
They're planning their wedding, and they sold their house for the list price was $44 million, and they sold it to Jeff Bezos's mum.
Wow.
I just think no word in that sentence could ever relate to my life.
Yeah, fair.
Their wedding is going to be
insane,
bonkers, right?
How do they have so much? But there's something's going to have to collapse. There's no, a doctor and a lawyer has that much money. Come on.
Maybe.
Who
knows? I don't know. It's a lot.
But then the guy who does boobs for a living has an $88 million house.
That house is so awful.
We need to retrain. You need to become a plastic surgeon, and I need to become a lawyer.
I think that's quite a slow learning.
I haven't got time for that. We need to make it fast.
Can you train in 6 months?
No.
So
on that note, guys, thanks for listening.
We won't be back next week. I will be a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, Rosie's absolutely. But we still need you to rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell your friends, and share. And don't forget to send us your life hacks.
Tell me.
Or your gripes or anything you want. Send an email and let us know. All right, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.